Superman celebration tonight. It felt like a heroic point. How did you assess tonight's game, 2-2?
I mean, it's not easy, going down to 10 men, especially so early in the game. I didn't see the tackle, so I don't know to call it unfortunate or not. But I think, overall the guys did a really good job. And to come out with a point after being down to 10 men for so long just kind of shows the grit, togetherness that we had. So overall, I think, it's a decent result, and now we're focused on Philly and getting the 3 points this weekend.
You and Ben were coming on. What did Dean Smith say to you guys? I believe it was tied at that moment when you scored the 2 goals.
Yeah, he just said, we needed to pick up more second balls and be a little more compact in the midfield. And I felt like we did that, tried to force Orlando around the outside, being down a man and all. And like I said, overall, I think it's a decent result to get out with a point.
And then talk to me about your goal. I mean, what did you see there? You just decided to chip it at the end, or what was going through your mind at that
Yeah,
moment?
I mean, it was a great pass by Pat. I just made the run. I saw the center back and the keeper coming out, and I saw the gap between them. So I just decided to dink it into the goal.
Last one for me. Earlier this week, Dean mentioned that out of all the players he's coached, you're the best runner that he's ever had. So maybe just your thoughts on Dean, and it's such a big compliment from a guy like that who's coached Premier League players as well.
Yeah, I think, like you said, it is a really great compliment. Definitely made me feel good. Coming from a coach of his stature with his, I guess, coaching resume, and coaching, so many great players at the highest level in the world. So yeah, it means a lot to have a coach that trusts in you and thinks that highly of you.
Do you know what the stat was he was referring to? Did you ask him?
No, I didn't.
Come on, baby.
Trying to play soccer.
I know at one point we had asked you, how you're going to work your way into this lineup with Deani and Ashley. Here you are. You have a little bit more of an offensive role in some of these games. Are you relishing some of that? You're playing the final third.
Yeah, I love to attack. In college, I was an attacking player, and I think my first years in Chicago, I was more of an attacking player. So I have a lot of experience there, and it feels good to kind of bring that part of me out again.
And how nice was it to see Patrick make such a great play and make the right decision, and see a goal conversion there?
Yeah, Pat, obviously, he has a lot of potential. He has a lot of talent. And I think it's just, him making the right decisions in the final third time after time will take him to the next level.
You've got the quick turnaround going off to Philadelphia. How does this impact you in terms of being, do you think you will be ready at some point sooner rather than later to get in and play in full 90?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get tired, so I'm ready to go.
Last year, it felt like you guys were losing a lot of points. This season, it feels like you won't leave without points. What would you kind of attribute to that kind of mentality shift, or what are you noticing in this team where it's hard to beat and they're constantly winning or taking points on games like tonight where you're down a man?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is Dean coming in and kind of implementing those defensive principles where everybody has a clear role defensively, and then we play out from our defensive shape. So just guys, having clarity of roles, having a system where, Dean clearly puts us where we need to be, and then applying that on the field. I think that's the most important thing.
What do you guys think when Dean says he doesn't see why it should be hard to win on the road? Do you feel like he's trying to put a mindset into you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I've always agreed with that approach, with that mindset. But yeah, I think he's definitely trying to implement that. We definitely shouldn't be, scared or timid to play on the road. We should go out there and do what we do here, and take points from opposing teams.
Your goal came on the counter. How did you see the team still be effective on the counterattack despite being down to 10 men for a majority of the game?
Yeah, I think when you're down to 10 men, that's primarily how you're going to score. So you're getting guys in the right positions, making the right runs, willingness to make those runs, and then making the right decisions in the final third.
And then you kind of mentioned it, but overall, big picture, does it feel satisfying to take a point away from this game? Does it feel a bit harsh just after being up?
I don't know. I love to win, so, tying or losing ain't really my thing. But I guess, when you look back, it's a decent point to get.
Okay, we'll have Westy here in a second, okay? So
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.